Hey guys, Retro John here, and today I am going to be reviewing the individual single-carded Masters of the WWE Universe action figures. That's right, guys, this is wave 1 of the single-carded figures from the Master Universe and WWE crossover toy line. I've already reviewed the WWE Eternia Grayskull Mania Wrestling Ring with Terror Claws Triple H and John Cena. So here we are going to be reviewing the second Triple H figure in the line, the Ultimate Warrior, Finn Balor, and Sting. So let's go ahead and take a look at these individually, starting with the packaging. Alright guys, so here we have our Triple H action figure. So I thought I'd start with him because I already reviewed this figure, and I don't know, it's just, there's a lot more going on with this figure than I initially thought. So, other than just a rehash. So, here we go. Packaging first. So, you'll notice that it's using the familiar brick burst that we're familiarized with the Masters of the Universe card backs, except it's not the red burst. We have like the blues here in this one, the blues and grays kind of color. We have the Masters of the, which is very familiar, followed by the WWE logo, which is kind of like a vintage logo. Like if it had the F right there, it almost looked like the WWF logo. And of course the universe. We have Triple H's name in the Masters of the Universe font. Here of course we have the action figure in a very familiarized blister bubble. So much so it even has the indent in the middle of the bubble, which was definitely very stabilized in the vintage Masters of the Universe packaging. Here we have the sticker includes comic. So yes, if you look behind the action figure, you will see that this actually has a mini comic with it. So I'm really excited to take a look at that. And of course we have our Mattel logo. Let's go ahead and turn it over. You'll notice on mine that all four of these are like that, because I got these straight out of the case. This is actually that's still attached. So it's going to be heartbreaking to open these, but I'm going to. Turn it over to the back, and we have some real familiarity here. So first off, let's take a look here. We have closer look here at the, I apologize for my lighting here. We have familiar Triple H here. However, this is kind of the stylization of the Master Universe artwork. We even have a WWE logo here, which I'm trying to get to shine a little bit. Yeah, it's a WWE logo, hologram. And then when we have different languages talking about the mini comics, so this is pretty cool. Now, the one thing this artwork is missing is a little caption. The original Master Universe packaging had caption talking very briefly about the character inside, but that's okay. I mean, this artwork is fantastic. Here we have even the action features, you know, what the action figure can do. So you can remove, it has removable armor. He's superposable, which is a running thing with these figures. These are going to be the same bucks and everything, I think, pretty much used for the Master Universe Origin figures, which comes out later in 2020. And then down here, you'll notice, again, kind of familiar artwork almost. It looks very much like the artwork that we saw in the vintage Master Universe packaging, except with this, it's the figures that are available in this line, minus the names of them. It has the numbers instead. So here we have Triple H, we have the Ultimate Warrior, we have Finn Balor, and we have Sting. And each of them will come with the mini comic. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to go ahead and open these guys up. and take a look at the actual figures inside. Okay, guys, here are the action figures out of the packaging, and these guys look pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Triple H here and kind of work our way down. So here we go. So, alright, first we have Triple H. This is how he comes out of the package, and he looks pretty cool. I kind of enjoy the purple on his eyes. So he has his wrestling trunks, his knee pads, which I believe they hide the articulated knees. So let's go ahead and go over the articulation on this guy. So with the helmet on, he has full head articulation. Actually, let's go ahead and remove that. So full head articulation on the ball joint. His arms go out this way. There's no ab crunch, but we do have twisting all the way around. His legs go out that way. His legs can go that far back. He does have pretty good knee articulation. There's swivels here. There's boot cut swivel. And of course his ankle swivels, as I said, and pivots and moves up and down. So that's going to be an articulation across the board on these guys. So let's go ahead and go over the details on this guy. So it looks like Triple H. I mean, they got the likeness down pretty good. We do have some shine here on the cross here, which is what Triple H is known for. He's got these nice spiked armor. And this is really cool. It's an actual cloth cape. And it is pretty good. And it's attached to the harness here. I'm not sure if this pops off. It does. And it is, you can tell it is part of, glued to the harness here. So that is kind of cool. We'll go ahead and pull this back down over, maybe. And it is kind of difficult to get that back on. So, but it's pretty cool. He's sporting the purple pants this time as opposed to the black. In fact, I can actually bring the other Triple H figure over, and we can kind of compare the two. It looks like it is the same head sculpt. Body sculpt, of course. But we do, of course, he doesn't have the, he has the trunks here instead of the tights here. But there he has sporting the cross that is on his armor here. So, although this isn't a bad figure, again, my only beef is without the armor, he would be just a standard Triple H figure with superposability. So, now he does come with a few accessories, one being his armor and the helmet, which the helmet just slides right on there. It does come off really easily, so, I mean, so much so that if I pick him up by the head, the helmet just comes right off. So, it's something to notate. It's not real, but once it's on there, I mean, it's not coming off. So, and he comes with his sledgehammer, which has a skull right there, because he is the Skull King of Kings. And it's pretty good. It is just a solid plastic. There's no extra paint details that I can see on here. And let's get him out of the way because it's focusing that. So, and this fits in his right hand. Here is where I began to have my issues. And these are the issues that people had with the He-Man Prince Adam figure. Is the handle on the weapon is too big for his hand. So you could place it on either end. But yeah, if you put it in his hand, it will clip there. And it'll stay there okay. move him around, and just comes right up. Well, I guess it does kind of stay. Okay. Well, it is doing it for the camera. It wasn't doing that for me a little bit ago. So, anyway, all in all, not a bad figure. Pretty cool. If you keep the helmet on, then it definitely fits in with the Master Universe motif. Real quick, bring back the other Triple H figure. And I'm assuming you can, if you wanted to, put the helmet back on him. You most certainly can. And in all honesty, he actually looks better. Get these back on here. There we go. He actually looks better with the helmet on. So, yeah, there you go. Not bad. Pretty cool. Helmet back on him. Alright, so that brings us to the Ultimate Warrior. The character I feel should have actually been the He-Man of the in the line. But it is what it is. And again, this is just, without the armor and everything, it's just a standard Ultimate Warrior figure. You can even see that they have the painted warrior face on his chest. He has the tassels, which are actually just sculpted tassels. They're not real. He has the Ultimate Warrior shorts. He has the fizzies here. I don't really know what they're called, but the tassels on his boots. The knee pads. So, and yeah, he has the same articulation as Triple H. He has this really interesting vest. I don't remember ever seeing this vest on other Master Universe characters. I'm sure it has been used. But this is kind of neat. It's got this, I'm not sure what this is for, with the sculpted piece. It would have been nice if it was a spot to maybe holster his staff, which is an accessory that he comes with. It's all yellow, hard plastic. Again, all these weapons would have been used before, except for that Triple H hammer. And it just fits in his hand like so. And that is your Ultimate Warrior figure. And you'll notice that each one comes with one open hand for weapons. And the Master Universe had that open hand. Well, these have closed fists. I guess that's to kind of differentiate between these and the Masters of the Universe figures that are coming out. Okay, so that brings us to Finn Balor. So Finn here, in my book, is probably one of the coolest looking ones of the bunch. I dig his harness piece here, which does just come right off. The head articulation is exactly the same. The harness does not really get in the way of any of that head articulation, so that's really cool. He does have the same open hand and the closed fist, but he doesn't hold any weapons. Instead, he has these clip-on weapons. These are tendrils. Now, I've only saw the black ones. In fact, even the packaging says that he comes with black tendrils. But when I opened him up, I got black tendrils and red tendrils, which is really cool. I wasn't really expecting it. So you can actually mix and match the two. And how this works is it's this little clip that goes on his wrist. And you just kind of clip that on. They're going to give me issues. There we go. And you can do it with the other one. There we go. And there you are. The demon tendrils come out. Now, it would be nice. It would have been really cool if we could actually utilize both of these and put them both on, like so. But there's not really enough wrist space to do so. But yeah, it would have been really neat if we could do that. I suppose if you really wanted to, you can maybe have him hold on to one of them. Let's see if we can get him to do that. But it's going to be really loose, and it doesn't really look all that great. So it's really going to be however you decide you want to display him or play with him, and what tendrils you want to use. And finally, we have Sting, who, I hate to say this because I'm a big Sting fan, might actually be the weakest figure in this lineup. So, here we have Sting, and as you can see, he looks like an average Sting figure. There's no special armor, nothing that indicates that he's a Masters figure. That is until you get into his accessories. So he has a clawful type of claw that actually goes right here. And this does open and close, but it's not spring-loaded. See, it just kind of opens and closes. And then he has this really interesting lobster nunchuck, scorpion nunchuck. And it's got some weight to this thing, which is kind of a bad thing, because there's only one way for him to hold on to it, and it's with this hand. Now, this is the stinging part. This is supposed to be the dangerous part. And this is supposed to just go in his hand, like so. But I've been having issues having him hold his weapon. I cannot get him to hold onto his weapon at all. And you know, the weight just collapses. It's not a good accessory at all. See, I can't get him to do it. So, and that's kind of a bummer. I mean, this looks cool, but other than that, I mean, maybe you just do that. I don't know. So, as far as a Sting figure, he looks cool. Accessories, not so much. So, you notice that I said earlier that each of these comes with a mini comic. So, I had to do a little bit of research before I began this video again, because each of these mini comics only feature the artwork. There's no word bubbles in these. And I specifically remember seeing previews for these, or somebody posting these online with word bubbles. So I had to do a little bit of research, and as it turns out, the figures that I have, the ones that I bought, are actually the foreign release ones, which do not have the word bubble. So I do not get a story in this, or a bio. And that's really a bummer, because I was really looking forward to reading the stories in these. But, I mean, the artwork on these is amazing. There's no arguing that the artwork on these is just overall fantastic. But now I feel I'm going to have to buy another set of figures, non-foreign, just to get the other mini comics. So that is kind of a bummer. So how you can tell, and I should have noticed this immediately, is on the packaging, it'll say mini comic and all that, and on the back you'll actually have all of the all of the little extra blisters here, foreign blisters, starbursts. So yeah, and I'm also thinking maybe I should not have opened these. So, and again, that is kind of a bummer. So, so now let's go ahead and stand all these guys up. Let's bring Finn over here, and Warrior. Let's get Warrior over here, and Triple H. Get him standing, and Sting. And let's go ahead and get these guys compared to the ones that I had already opened and reviewed. And there's John Cena not wanting to hold on to that shield again. Again, these joints are really tight. All right, so let's go ahead, pan out a bit here. So in here is your Wave 1 Masters of the WWE Universe action figures. So yeah, we have the 2 Triple H figures, which again, I'm not sure why they did 2 Triple H figures. It would have been good just to have this one come with the John Cena figure in the ring, honestly. But we have the 2 Triple H figures. We have Ultimate Warrior, Finn Balor, Sting, and John Cena. So now these 4 single-carded figures, like I said, some Walmarts are actually hitting the shelves right now. But I believe they're not actually scheduled to be officially released until next month. So you can begin checking the Walmart app and see if they have any, or just, keep checking your Walmarts. To my knowledge, the Walmart I went to with these had at least 2 cases. There they go. They had 2 cases of these. In the back. So if you don't see them in your Walmart, maybe you can ask an associate to help look for you, and maybe you can find them. Maybe they'll have them in the back and they'll be nice enough to bring out a case for you. Speaking of which, they do come 4 figures in a case. You get the Triple H, the Warrior, the Finn Balor, and Sting per case. And again, I want to notate that there are 2 versions of these figures as far as packaging goes. There's the foreign packaging, which I pointed out, and the regular American packaging. The foreign packaging has the misprinted or the unword bubbled mini comics, and the American ones actually have the stories in them. So, just kind of a heads up. Also, something to kind of keep in mind, a few of mine are kind of damaged. My Finn Balor comic was stuck together, and this happened. Same with my Triple H, it got stuck in the packaging. So the edges here. I mean, it opens up just fine, but this is something to kind of be aware of. And it might have just been the ones in my case. So, if these are something you're interested in, like I said, they'll be hitting officially next month. Some Walmarts are actually, they have them out now. So, check them out. I don't know. These could go okay standing alongside your He-Man figure and Skeletor on that. It'd be kind of cool to see him and Skeletor go at it, right? Or maybe join forces. So, alright guys, these are your Masters of the WWE Universe figures. I am Retro John. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, have a powerful one.